Hey, I'm Tracy the Traveler, and for today's adventure, we are taking a school bus into a nearby town, and we're gonna go visit the community that lives in the dump. Here's our team of volunteers here.
Oh, nice. Over on the left-hand side will be the sewage lagoons. So it's not really the most ideally placed space for people to be living in. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing a meal. We're just in the process of doing all the grocery shopping. The food should arrive here in about 15 minutes or so. When the food does arrive, we're going to need everybody to pitch in, help chop the vegetables, get everything ready to go. And what we'll do is we'll serve that meal to the kids as well. Come on over.
Look who I found.
Wow! Holy!
Oh my God!
That is a small world.
You don't smell as bad as I thought you would.
Well, we just got cleaned up.
For us?
Yeah, we showered, I got a haircut.
Oh, nice.
Had a few mysterious looking
How long have you been here now?
Just 10 days.
Hola. Oh, and our other dump dweller. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you feeling?
Well, we went through some pretty crazy diarrhea a couple days ago.
Okay.
So we're just kind of getting back up.
Yeah.
So we're horizontal and feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's nice to see you guys. Happy and healthy. And one thing that we've learned in the 10 days that we've been here is just how much the community values groups like yours. It's been funny because there's been groups coming in and out. And 2 days ago, there was a American group that came in. And then Douglas actually went up, knocked on the door, and they locked the door. And they wouldn't let anybody in, and they snapped pictures and left.
Oh.
We're like, what the hell? But then groups like yours, they come in and they value you so much. The donations that you give is incredible.
Oh, and we got the men at the barbecues. What's going on here?
I prefer to call it a cauldron.
A cauldron.
Yes.
You are cooking chicken soup, is it?
Eye of Newt.
Eye of Newt. And which goes with, what are you cooking?
Batwing.
Batwing?
A little batwing, yes.
Okay.
It's magical.
What's Dave got on
We've got
the
a little super sopa on the go here today.
super sopa? So what gave you the idea to do it?
No cameras.
It's so amazing because we're finishing up in a complete circle as you've visited on the bus. It's exactly what we did a year ago on this bus. We came from Monte Surf Camp to here to give some donations and meet some people just as you are. And we had a little look around the community when we were here, and we decided that this was great and we wanted to take it to the next level. And so we asked if we could come and live here for a couple of weeks and live. And this family were gracious enough to let us have a little place in their house. They've looked after us incredibly. We've worked with the locals on the dump, collecting garbage every day, working in the river, and doing all the little jobs that people do here to try and get a full experience of how people work and live here. And we did that so that we could really find out what the people here need, if they need anything, want, if they want anything, from outsiders like us, like you and me. And we found out that what you guys are doing here, coming down and giving donations, is needed and appreciated. And what they want is they know that they live in poverty. They know that, and they're not ashamed of that. They're proud of who they are, but they know and they would appreciate help from anyone who wants to give them help. And what they want most of all is people to not drive by and take pictures and run away back to their hotels. They'd love the people to come in, live, share the experience, and connect with them. That's what they want to do.
So this is where you're living?
It's a big family that lives here. There's 3 families really, all part of the same family. Candida is the mother, and there's Mirza, who is kind of one of Candida's daughters, and there's another son that lives here. Oh, it's a big family. We're actually staying with Mirza and Ali over here, so I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, let's see your accommodations.
Just watch your feet.
Okay.
this is the kitchen. There's been a lot of modifications to the house to accommodate us as well. They've literally been moving the house around to try and help us.
Did they have to make it taller for you?
No, we quite didn't.
So this is the home.
This is our beautiful home. Yeah, come on.
See? Oh, you've got TV in here.
Yeah.
You're decked out.
We've even been supplied with a bed each, which is amazing. We didn't expect.
Well, they came up with that for you?
I think they've borrowed and perhaps even spent a little money to make it as comfortable as possible for us. So it still takes a bit of getting used to a bed with no mattress, but at least we were not on the floor, which we quite expected to be, and we would be, you know, that would have been fine. It's all part of the experience.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm here with Warren and Jess, the Gringos in the Garbage, and how coincidental that I ran into these guys yesterday, as you saw in the footage before, that just as they're finished. So they were a little cleaned up. Apparently they did not look as fresh 20 minutes prior to us getting there. So questions for you guys. How does it feel to be back in how does it feel to eat a normal meal? Because we just had breakfast.
To be fair, we've eaten really well during our time in the dump. We've been looked after really well. But because of the way people live there, they don't have refrigeration, and because of their budgets, we've had to survive on a lot of rice and beans. So it's kind of nice.
So is that why neither one of you grabbed the rice and beans this morning?
That's correct.
Went straight for the fruit?
Yeah, fruit. It's unbelievable how little fruit and vegetables people eat in El Limonal, because it's
starch.
It's not practical to buy fruit which is not going to last very long. So people can only shop periodically, and so yeah, it's nice to have a bit of variety back in the diet again.
Did you shower?
Yeah.
Wow, I was like, something smells good.
Yeah, well,
It smells soapy.
After yesterday when you said, dude, you've really got to start showering again, it's
It's inappropriate.
Oh yeah, you guys were all sleeping in that. You gave me that tour of the 3 beds there. Now, you must have got pretty ripe in there if you guys didn't shower the whole time you're there.
Well, we did shower. We had perfectly decent facilities for, you know.
Oh, so they do have showers there?
Yeah, and outside shower.
Well, I don't know if most people do, but our host family was gracious enough to, they erected like a PVC pipe that kind of formed a shower head. And they put up like a little plastic curtain so that we could go in and...
So they actually kind of prepared for you guys. Like, as much as you wanted to live like them, they kind of wouldn't let you, hey?
Exactly, and that's because, like most people we've ever visited around the world, they're just extremely hospitable, and as we were saying, I think yesterday, some of the poorest people we've ever encountered tend to be some of the most generous. So, and that's exactly what we found in El Limonal. So,
and that's a credit to our host family, because our sense as we got into the community, or going to the community, was that a lot of people didn't actually think we would come.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So our host community, or our host family rather, it is hard to articulate oneself when you're just like, I slept for the first time, I don't even know I'm speaking. Yeah, as I was saying, so a lot of the people in the community didn't actually think that we would come. And then so Mirza, our host mother, I guess, for lack of a better term, took a real risk in making those investments to make us comfortable.
Yeah.
With the realistic opportunity of us not coming at all.
When we did that tour of the dump, you were showing me those people that work in the river. Tell me about the river job.
So the river runs through the back of the dump, and these guys, most of the men work on the river. Most of the women and children tend to work in the dump itself. And the men have kind of devised some ingenious ways to extract metal from those years and years of layers of
Rubbish.
rubbish. Years and years of rubbish.
It's like an ecological record of
Yeah.
all the previous dumps that have been.
And you can see all the plastic bags that haven't degraded, but inside all of that there's still a huge amount of valuable material. So they hack away at the banks of the river, which are banks of rubbish. Have cleverly designed some dams which create a flow of water.
Well, they dig it out from the wall,
Right.
And then they throw it into the canal,
Yeah.
and then they dig it up. And as they're digging, they leverage the flow of the water to get rid of all the dirt and plastic bags, and what's left are like rocks, glass, heavier materials, the metals. And then they comb through it with their fingertips, and they have an actual magnet, and they do a sweep. And it's amazing. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't even see it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
But then you do a sweep, and there's old nails and screws and little things that look like rocks, but are actually pieces of metal. So all day they're just harvesting all these little chunks of metal that have come out of the garbage, and they fill these big bags full, and they earn about 100 pesos a day, 100 cordobas, which is the equivalent to about 4 Canadian dollars.
What's your plans now as far as editing? What's going on? I hear you guys are not professional filmmakers.
Who told you that? You've been misled.
We are but gringos in the garbage. The idea is the first thing. We're filmmakers way down the list, so we need some help, frankly, to get this film finished, edited, out there, and so that lots of people can see this film, lots of people can be touched by these stories, and hopefully we can generate some change and some results for the community itself, which is what they have asked us to do. So if anyone out there wants to get involved with post-production on this film, get in touch.
And how would they get in touch with you?
www.gringosinthegarbage.com